In this video, we cover something quite small and quite interesting. Now, in the last couple of videos regarding TeamGroup, well, in one specific video, I covered a micro SD card that was 2 terabytes. And guess what? I have another one right here. Now, this right here is the Pro Plus from TeamGroup U3A2V30 micro SDXC 4K with speeds up to 160 megabytes per second. And this is quite interesting because this goes in pair with this. Now, this is TeamGroup ULTRA CRI micro SD card reader, and with the Type-C connectivity at the other side. So it is really cool because, let me give you an example right on start. So you put the SD card right here, right? And then you take your smartphone and you plug it in. So check this out. This is the whole part that is sticking out. So compared to external SSDs, even though they are better regarding the speeds, regarding the stability, regarding the durability and everything else. But let me just give you some idea. This is the only thing that sticks out. It doesn't have anything on the back, like extra bulkiness or anything similar to that. You don't have any cable sticking out. It's just simple this, right? So in those terms, I think this is outstanding. And honestly, I think this is really cool because it gives you, for instance, you can place your fingers around it and record it as such. So it still doesn't go in your way while recording anything. And to be honest, it's fairly simple to store it anywhere because this is like 3 centimeters times 1.5. So when we're talking about storage capacity and the size, actually, it's really an amazing job what they did placing so much in such a small device, which gives you loads of opportunities. Of course, you can use it for handhelds, you can use it for mobile phones, which is specifically what I thought would be, and it's really good. Now, the only downside of everything is that if you're really intending to record it, this is just definitely not for like professional usage, because we're having here V30, which you already know. If you want to have a proper SD card or micro SD card, it needs to be V90 just for that durability, and so that something doesn't happen. Now, I ran through a couple of benchmarks just to check the speeds, and of course I had to do that. So ASSD went up to read speeds 161.84 megabytes per second, write speeds 156.72 megabytes per second. Out of this benchmark, read speeds 160 straight, write speeds 126.74 megabytes per second. Crystal Disk Mark, read speeds 158.79 megabytes per second, write speeds 149.10 megabytes per second. And since I connected it to my iPhone, I wanted to check how many minutes you get individually for ProRes HDR in each segment. So HD resolution 30 FPS, 1093 minutes. HD 60 FPS, 546. 4K 24 FPS 340, 4K 30 FPS 273, 4K 60 136, and 4K 120 68 minutes. Now, what they stated is that the read speeds go up to 160 megabytes per second, write speeds go up to 110. In some benchmarks, I got 160, 160. In some benchmarks, I got 160, 120. So it really depends. But if you don't use a professional card reader, it still is compatible with UHS 1 standard, where the read speeds are up to 100 megabytes per second, write speeds are up to 90 megabytes per second, which is still solid when we're taking everything into consideration. Now, operating temperature from minus 25 degrees to plus 85, storage temperature from minus 40 to 85, voltage 2.7 to 3.6, and the dimensions 11 times 15 times 1 millimeter. When you take into consideration how much can you store stuff on this, with 12 megapixel pictures, you can store up to 56,900 photos. Music, if it's a 4 megabyte per song, then you can go up to 512,000. And if you're going with video recording, full HD 1080p, you can go with almost 60,000 minutes, which is outstanding. So this is of course not with the ProRes HDR. Now, the Pro Plus Micro SDXC, it's UHS 1 A2V30 U3 Micro SDXC microsdxc1, compatible with multiple mobile devices, so you can use it on your Android or iOS, and you can use it for cameras as well, which is outstanding. And if you want to get those speeds that I mentioned, you do need to have those professional card readers. So it's a bit shorter video, I do have to admit, because there's not much to go and discuss. The only thing that I could go furthermore, you have a possibility to tie up some I don't know, string here to have it more, let's say, dangling around your keychain or whatever you want to manage it with, or keep it where you want. Even though in that scenario I wouldn't risk having the SD card inside. This is just for the card reader. The only shame that I have to admit is that it doesn't have the cap for the type C, which would be quite outstanding. All in general, I mean, covering up the connection port would be quite cool for anything regarding protection. Now, I do need to mention some details regarding the microSDXC card. So it goes from 128 gigabytes. You also have 256, 512 gigabytes, 1 and 2 terabytes. You have lifetime warranty, which is great. It has X-ray protection, waterproof, dustproof, cold resistance, and you can record 4K Ultra HD without any problems. Now, the difference between A1 and A2, A1 has 2000 IOPS read, while the A2 has 4000 IOPS read. Now, because of those, as I stated, like shockproof, dustproof, anti-static, waterproof, X-ray, they really went with rigorous experiments and testing to check it out and to see what will happen. Of course, if you break it in half, it won't work. That's quite logical. But it's also resistant to high and low temperatures, as you noticed. All in all, this is quite interesting. I mean, it's not something that you would expect on the channel in general, but I already covered their other micro SDXC card, and I wanted to go with this one as well. I really wanted to check it out, not specifically because of the storage in such small size, but because of this reader, because this is outstanding. As I stated, placing it on your phone, regardless Android or iOS, it really doesn't matter. Placing it on your phone really doesn't take up too much space. It's really easy to remove. You can place it in your pocket where you put the change, and or just anywhere. Basically, I'm just giving ideas, of course. But in general, this is a cool solution. This is without a doubt a cool solution for something if you want to expand your storage on the go, yet doesn't, let me just show you again, doesn't take up too much space when placing it on the phone. And that's outstanding. That's really cool. So guys, all in all, this is all what I can say about this. And I don't know else what to add. You'll find the application for it in terms of you're the best judge if this is something that is suitable for you. I'm giving ideas. You'll be the one doing the application. So yeah, that's the one thing that I can say. So TEAMGROUP ULTRA CRI Micro SDXC reader or Micro SD card reader. And then we have the Pro Plus U3 A2 V30 Micro SDXC card with 2 terabytes. You have various options when we're talking about storage, so you can choose whatever is most suitable for you. As per usual, something that I'm satisfied with in general when we take into consideration what it stands for and what kind of speeds it has and the possibility usage, what you could do with it. I'm placing the links in the description below so you can check out the prices and eventually see what's more suitable for you in terms of storage. I mean, this is definitely outstanding when we're talking about the size. So all in all, that's it, guys. Links are in the description. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe, hit the like button, click the notification bell for future content because more is coming. And I'll see you then. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.